Welcome back to River City Live. This is fantastic because I'm looking at this tablescape and I can still smell the stuffing made by Chef Dennis Chan in this very kitchen moments ago. Liz Morgan is with me right now, and we consider ourselves thrift sisters.
Thrift sisters, that's right. We love to thrift.
This is Goodwill, the dress I'm wearing today.
And this is all Goodwill.
This is all Goodwill.
Yeah.
Micro tablescapes is our theme today.
Right.
Meaning, it sounds obvious, but what number of people really qualifies as a micro dinner?
Well, I think a lot of people this year are having to shrink down the number of people around the table, and we're calling it micro Thanksgiving. 2 to 4 people when you normally would have 8 to 10 people. But you know, even though that is something that's going to change, we still can do traditional things like set a beautiful table, whether it's for 10 or 4 people. So we've set it up for 4 people today, and you do not have to break the bank. If you go to Goodwill, all of this that you see, I found at one visit to the Beaches Goodwill, and all of this is less than $40 combined.
Everything on this table.
Everything on the table combined.
You know, it's funny, Liz. I had to explain to my kids, I want to say it was just last year or the year before, why, when it was just the 4 of us, we needed to use my grandmother's good china.
Right.
It's because no matter how many people are gathered around that table, those little touches make things just feel more festive.
Right, and I think we want to feel as normal as we can this year, and so one of the things we do is set a festive table. And you know, if you don't have your grandmother's china or you just want something a little bit different, one of the things I tell people who don't thrift every day is everything doesn't have to match. Like this all doesn't match, but there's a thread through here that you can see that kind of the first thing I found was this candle holder here, which if you can imagine the beautiful light that's going to cast on the table, and it's got those deep reds and the oranges, and so that's kind of the theme throughout. I found these napkins there, and these are less
beautiful.
And less than a package of disposable napkins right there, and you'll use those for Thanksgivings to come.
Well, I see a hack right here. This is not a table runner.
That is not a table runner.
What is it?
Good eye. These are actually 4 placemats. They were 99 cents each, and I just lined them up to make a nice table runner. So yeah, you want to do hacks. This plate is obviously, it's not a Thanksgiving plate, but it goes with our colors, and the pumpkins and the leaves tie everything together.
And just as you can do that with Thanksgiving, you can do that with Christmas, you can do that with any holiday. You can do the mix and match thing, add these chargers, and they go with everything, and that just makes everything look a little bit fancier.
These were 2 for 99 cents.
Wow.
And I think if you have shopped for these things before at a big box store, you know they're a lot more than that. And they group everything. If you shop at a Goodwill, they do try to organize seasonally, but look in places you wouldn't expect to find things. This was nowhere near the china. I had those pumpkins. They had in some Halloween stuff that was left over. But if you go in there now, they've got Christmas sweaters, ugly Christmas sweaters right at the front, and they've got all this holiday stuff grouped in. And as you know, when you buy from Goodwill, you're helping your neighbors because they're breaking down barriers to unemployment in our community. So you can have a little treat for yourself, and it's helping other people.
Another thing that you could consider in a situation like this, with us, we have very little storage.
Yes.
So to me, if you were to purchase all of this, donate it back, and then have another treasure hunt next year at Thanksgiving, that wouldn't be so crazy. I know it sounds like doing something redundant, but it's part of the fun of Goodwill. So I know between now and Christmas, we will be seeing you and talking more about holiday on a budget.
Yes, I hope so.
With Liz Morgan and talking about Goodwill. But I'm working up an appetite just thinking about it, and Mark has even more food inside. Mark.